Hello everybody and welcome to this An Actor Thomas video, with me of course, Actor Thomas. So, today I thought I'd do a quick video. Now, some of you may know that I am a big fan of ITV's show Downton Abbey. And I remember I just loved watching every single episode on a Sunday evening. When they started doing Christmas specials, loved watching those on Christmas Day. You know, it was just really, really good. It was a story of a big house in the British countryside with the family of the Granthams, which were an earl and countess and their daughters, and their extended family, and their mass of servants that serve them in their house of Downton Abbey. So, a bit of a description. Obviously, you've got Robert Crawley, who is the Earl of Grantham, his American wife Cora, who is a countess, Robert's mother, the Dowager Countess, a lady called Violet, and Robert and Cora's three daughters, Lady Mary, Lady Edith, and Lady Sybil. You have also got Robert's sister Rosamond, and then you have their servants. You have a butler, a housekeeper, a couple of footmen, a number of housemaids, cook, scullery maids, and stable masters, drivers, and so forth. And over the series, as you obviously meet other members of the family, such as the new heir, Matthew Crawley, who is a third cousin of the Earl, and obviously then the ups and downs of the life within the house, not only just for the family, but of course for the servants and everything like that. So, you're probably wondering, why the hell am I talking to you about this? Well, it is because obviously sometime last year, or is it early 2016? No, late 2016. Anyway, between 2016 2017, and they announced they were going to make a Downton Abbey film, carrying on from the hugely successful TV series, which I was thrilled about. I was very happy about this, so I was very pleased. Anyway, so when that was announced, I thought, okay, superb, it's going to be brilliant, and I'm going to really look forward to it, because it's going to be a carrying on of the story, and you'll be able to see more about my favourite characters and understand how everything is moving along. So that's superb, really pleased about that. So, I thought today we would have a little bit of a chat about what I'm expecting of the film. So, like I said earlier on, the TV show, it showed sort of roughly kind of like what life would have been like for people in those situations back then, which is superb, like I say. And I'm assuming the film will do the same thing. It will, obviously, I'm going to guess, one thing I will say is it's not going to carry on straight away from where the TV show left off. The TV show did took a few leaps in over maybe a couple of months or a year or two to carry on the story, which I think obviously is only natural that the film's going to do, because it's been a few years since the TV series, so there will be a bit of a leap, I'm sure, which I'm happy with. I don't mind that happening at all, so that's great. So, other things to think of. Well, things I want to see is, obviously I want to see Edith and her husband Bertie finally have a happy life and living in their new big house that they have in since he became the Marquis of wherever he became of, and that would be very cool, because all the way through the TV series Edith had been incredibly unlucky, and so it's nice to finally see that she's finally being happy, which is great. Another thing I want to see is obviously the relationship, how it's between Violet, who was Matthew Crawley's mother, who got married to another character called Lord Merton, and obviously see how her life has changed from being a widow and living by herself in a small house, going into a lord's house kind of thing. It'll be very interesting to see how that works. Other things I'm interested in seeing is Lady Mary and her husband, and seeing how that's going on, because that last Christmas special made it clear that she was expecting a child, which is obviously very exciting. So that will be interesting to see. Also to see Tom, what's going on with him and little Sibby, and what's going on with all of that, which is quite cool. And then obviously then moving out onto what's going on for the characters downstairs, like how the former butler, Mr. Carson, is doing now he's retired. How his wife, Mrs. Hughes, is dealing with not having her husband at the house under being in control all the time, and how the new butler, former footman slash valet slash under butler, Thomas, is doing as well. How John and Anna Bates' little baby boy will be doing as he's growing up and everything like that, and generally how the house goes on during the 1920s, which I also, because it's obviously very interesting to see how there is obviously still a lot you can see. There's a lot of things in that world from the even from when Downton Abbey first began in, I believe it was 1912. Yes, because the first episode was dealing with the aftermath of the sinking of the Titanic, and it's very clear because what it does is it shows obviously the beginning of the telephone being brought into houses, all these radios and things like that, all the things that we take for granted and things like that, and you can, in many ways, it's wonderful to see what the obviously the comparisons from the modern day to back then as well. So that was superb and really interesting to look into. Other things like I said, I'm just really looking forward to seeing how it moves on. And like I said earlier on, I do think there will be at least a jump of maybe 1 or 2 years just to make it. Because obviously it's been a few years since the last episode, so they don't want to say, oh, it's happened. Maybe 6 months later. It would be a bit ridiculous. There'd be too much of a leap. Anyway, from the photographs that we've seen of the production, it looks like it's very interesting. There is also going to be another couple of royal connections involving in this film, which is something that they've done before within the Christmas specials, which is very interesting. Which is, of course, what the British classes would have done. The lords and ladies back then would have obviously had connections and been introduced to the royal family, which is obviously very accurate for the time. Like I say, all I'll say is I'm just really, really confident that, unlike most other successful TV shows that then get turned into movies, because in the past I've seen some very good shows that have then been made into films, and the films have become just too unrealistic, too stupid, that it's very far away from what the original TV show was. It's just I'm very confident about the fact that I think Julian Fellows, who is the person who obviously writes Downton Abbey, will obviously knows these characters really well, knows what the characters would do, and also knows and understands what the audience wants, which I think is really important for a person who creates shows like this. So that's really important for it. I just think it will just be a really, really interesting thing. I think it's just gonna be a superb job, and he will do it to the best of their abilities. And I cannot wait to see it on in September of this year. It's gonna be really, really good. So yeah. But talking about Downton Abbey, obviously I have said that I'm obviously a big fan. I am hopefully going to start doing a the TV/movie reviews of the episodes of Downton Abbey around of the time when the film comes out. So that would be quite nice. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm going to think about trying to do that. I'm also going to try and come back and do more Only Fools and Horses and Now Be the Same Pet episodes, because obviously there's still quite a few of those to do. Also, I will try and go back on to doing the Lightly Lads ones as well. Also, of course, I'm going to carry on and do obviously a few more Song of Ice and Fire videos, which I hope you guys have enjoyed. And then other things, I think. Do I need to say anything? Oh yes, I am also hoping to do another show that the ITV did from 1983, 1984, I believe, to 2010, was the great British TV show The Bill. And the last couple of months or so, I've been buying up DVDs of the first few series of that show, and hopefully I'll be I'm working my way through watching those, and I will hopefully be able to start doing reviews of those. That will be very cool. I hope you guys will be able to come along and listen to me describing those and showing you characters and be able to get a better understanding of that show. So please do, if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. Right, just before we finish this video, I probably have to let you know, the next 2 weeks I will not be uploading a video. I am away, and I'll be won't be able to kind of film or do anything to make a video for. So I'm sorry, but for the next 2 weeks you will not have a wonderful video from me, Actor Thomas. But I promise when I return, I will get back on to making videos, and I hope you guys will be able to come back and enjoy those videos in the future. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please leave a like, a comment, or a subscribe. I do enjoy reading anyone who comments, or I really appreciate all the likes and all the subscribes that you guys have put down. It's lovely to know that there's people who really enjoy watching these videos. And as I do at each and every one at the end of my videos, I'll give you a little salute and say goodbye. So, goodbye.